What the heck? We got a new Splatoon announcement today? Did not see this coming. And it apparently it came first in Nintendo Today by, I guess, an hour or something. So no wonder I didn't hear about it till after it got to the YouTube channel. Anyways,
Yeah.
I have not watched this yet. I watched maybe 30 seconds or so. So I don't know where it's going. But Nick and Don, you both have seen it yourself once, right?
Yeah, I've seen it
Once,
once.
yeah.
I was excited by watching it. I'm excited to watch it again because there's so much to kind of go over. So
All right, yeah, I don't know, I don't know what there is to go over, so we're gonna see what's going on here. I'm a little interested, and yeah, should be fun. Chat, can you hear us okay before we start this? Let us know if you can hear everything. And then let me know how the volume is as we go through it. If I need to turn it up, I'll probably turn it up a little bit more even now. But let me know if it's too loud or anything or too quiet. And yeah, can you guys see us? Looking for confirmation. Not saying anything yet. I'm seeing the chat, but well, we have a question from Ali. It says, "How can I use G-Chat in my country phone?" I have no idea. Sorry, I have no idea how to use G-Chat. People can't see us. Okay, good, perfect. All right, let's get going here in a few minutes. Then, oh, game chat. Got it. That's what you meant, not Google Chat. I'm not sure. You know, I don't know how it. That's unfortunate if your phone number in your region is not supported. So sorry about that. But yeah. I don't know how to fix it, so. Okay.
Technically, you could make a virtual phone number if that's an option for you, but it's a hassle.
Yeah. That sounds like that would be.
Yeah.
Is everything sounding okay, chat? Can you guys hear us? We're gonna get started in a moment here. Watch this trailer. For me for the first time. For everyone else for the second time. Alright, cool. Alright, well let's go and start this trailer. Let's not waste any more time. I want to get to it. So chat, let us know how this is sounding. Let me know rather if it's too loud or too quiet when we get going here, but let's start watching. So, are you guys ready to watch it again, Nick and Don, and me for the first time?
Yeah, give us a countdown.
All right, here we go. So we're gonna start it in 3, from the very beginning. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All right, now it's a black screen. All right, so helicopter. Mario Kart has helicopters. Splatoon has helicopters. It sounds like a Pokemon series violence.
Deep cut.
Exactly.
Well, that's the team deep cut.
Odd glow. This is kind of violent.
Yeah, they're going down.
Yeah, jeez. Alright, is this a new arena? What is this? So my guess right now is it's like a single player type thing. What the hell is that robot with him? Splatoon Raiders. That sounds cool. I like the name. I hope the game justifies it.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that did. It looked ominous. Is that it? Is that the trailer?
What's crackin', Squid Squad?
Squid Squad.
Incoming report from the Squid Research Lab. Without further ado, we're excited to share our latest findings.
Oh, go on. Tell us. What's the holdup?
What you just witnessed are signs of the first ever Splatoon spin-off game coming ashore. Splatoon Raiders. Playing as a mechanic, you'll go on an adventure in the mysterious Spiralite Islands alongside Deep Cut.
Yes.
Splatoon Raiders is launching exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system.
New
but
exclusive.
research is still underway. We'll report more on our findings when the results are in.
Is that it?
That's it.
Did they just waste my time? What? Alright, what's going on here? Splatoon 3. Okay, so we're in a different game now.
Yes.
Is this just like a Switch 2 edition? Yeah, this definitely looks like Splatoon 3. Okay. Are the buildings better? They look better than I remember in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Well, an update to the Splatoon 3 game is also coming down the spillway. The Splatlands collection, which features new weapons from the Barazushi and Embers brands, is on its way. They're based on previous weapons, but have fresh new looks and, of course, different sub-weapons and specials. We've identified 30 in total and hope you'll try them out for yourselves.
30 new weapons?
Yes.
That's too many, Dawn. I can't keep track of the many weapons.
Also, they're raising the freshness level to 10 now instead of 5.
Oh, that's... wow.
Yeah.
It's a lot of freshness.
Yuri's weapon power,
Yeah.
a new stat to dive into, is being added to Anarchy
So
Battle
basically, they're
Series.
adding a bunch of
This will
smaller
track your
improvements to the
effectiveness per
overall
weapon
game and a
based
bunch
on
of
your win-loss
weapons.
ratio in
Got it.
battles.
Despite saying
It
they're
will
not
also be
focusing
used
on
in
that much on
matchmaking
updates
to
with
pit you
Splatoon
against
3
other
anymore.
players with similar stats.
Yeah, you're right. They did say that.
Follow the Squid
Yeah.
Research Lab for our latest findings.
There's still like a few minutes left in it, or 1 minute.
Plus,
What? It's Mario Kart. Splatoon Kart.
Please says Splatoon 3 in the upper right corner.
No!
don't call it a
Splatoon 3
comeback.
Kart.
Okay, you can.
Hey,
Yeah, the ring
sweet!
light. Put it underpass.
From the
Yeah,
original
that's-
You're not too
game.
far off because this is a
Returns to the
stage in Mario
It
Kart
is,
Deluxe.
you're right.
Flattening on classic terms.
This is the best Splatoon stage. I always...
Yeah, it's my favorite.
Splatoon 1 had my favorite
Still my
stages. I'm
favorite,
so
yeah.
glad to see it
But
back.
not leastly for Nintendo Switch 2 players. You'll notice more detailed visuals.
I
and
think
the
I've
game
complained
will
about this
appear
before. It feels
smoother
weird
in
that it's
certain
been
locations,
absent for
This is our-
such as the square in
This is new
Splatsville
for me.
and the Grand Festival grounds.
So wait, we can go there now? Like, whenever?
But
You
no
already
need
could- you already
to
could.
fear.
Oh, okay.
Nintendo Switch players
You
and
just need to tap an
Nintendo
amiibo.
Switch 2 players will still be able to splat together.
Okay, that's good.
This free update for Splatoon 3 is scheduled to release June 12th.
All
Stay
right.
tuned for
That's so
further
soon.
updates.
That's really soon. That's in 2 days.
So what I was mostly discussing in the bit in the middle was just, hey, it runs better on Switch 2. And there's less
Right.
lag in the big areas like the Grand Festival.
So in 2 days, it's only the Splatoon 3 update, not Splatoon
Yeah,
Raiders,
correct.
right?
It's just gonna be it's just gonna be the
Correct.
update.
Yeah.
Got
correct.
it. Wow, this is a kind of random announcement update. Like, so for one, real quick, I think this means there's no direct coming anytime super soon. Do you guys agree?
Yeah, I agree. I think this is direct material, right?
Right,
Like,
exactly.
This would have been indirect. This would have taken up a solid. I mean, this took up 5 minutes here. So yeah, if this is shown here, yeah, there's no direct this month.
I agree. Don, what do you think?
I don't necessarily think that, because it could technically still talk about it more in a future direct. I more so think from, hey, while we already have this update planned, we might as well also put Raiders in there.
Yeah,
Because it felt
maybe.
random, right?
It does
felt
feel.
really
It does feel random. I
Yeah.
know.
So random.
But that's why I think that's why I feel like when Nintendo's done things like this before, that means there usually isn't a direct immediately soon. But hey, maybe you're right. Maybe there will be one. You never know. But yeah, what a weird
Because-
with the tease. Like what Splatoon? Like I don't
Yeah.
even know. Like I'm trying to understand. It's called Splatoon Raiders. Are we the Raiders? Are we raiding other people? Like what's going on here?
And the thing is,
Well,
it's
it
a
is-
spin-off game too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does seem like it's going to be like a single player experience, or at least a completely type of different game, because it seems to still that you control one character, which is called a mechanic.
Yeah.
So this seems like the single player follow up for Deep Cut, because all the teams outside of Deep Cut had at least like 2 like experiences in their story. Deep Cut only ever one, which is the main story of Splatoon 3.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean that's cool. I mean I'm glad we're getting more single player content. It seems so. I just don't know what to make of it. Like, what's this thing running alongside us? What's it do? Do you know? What's the story? Don, tell me.
Well, we don't know much. Like even the thread on Twitter doesn't tell us very much. It's just there it said, oh, there's an interesting findings, like a floating ship structure that shows us the mechanic's base. And an island with a unique atmosphere. We'll keep investigating.
Okay. So then we are the raiders, so we're going around raiding islands, I guess. What's with this tornado? This hurricane thing?
It seems to be placed in the middle of those islands, so that seems to be the ultimate goal. But why it is the ultimate goal, we don't know.
Yeah, that looks ominous. Like, I don't think we want to go into that thing, do we? And what's that beacon of light shining out?
That's the thing that crash lands on the islands. But why?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, is it crazy to think that, like, with the little robot thing, we'll be putting in whatever we're raiding into it, like whatever treasures we're finding? And is it crazy to think, like, go back to like that map,
like the Pikmin, like little container, or
like, are we going to be picking up like things and just throwing it in there? And is it crazy to think, like, they show a map when they're in the helicopter at some point? Is this area going to be all like open world?
Here we go.
Like, are we going to be able to go like anywhere at any time, or is it going to be level structure?
That is a whole new Nintendo thing, isn't it? Open world everything.
Right?
So
make everything open world.
I could see that. I mean, maybe not. Yeah, maybe it's not. Yeah, maybe you select it from a menu or something rather than being like travel wherever you want. But you never know. Maybe it is. So.
Also, the protagonist backpack design is very different from anything we've seen in Splatoon before. Like, there's a van in there and sort of like a weird beacon feature that seems handmade. Like, everything about, like, even the way that the character moves and controls is very different from a regular Splatoon game.
Yeah, which I like. I want that sense of freshness back in Splatoon. So I like that. I don't fully know what's happening here. And that's a weird backpack. They've got like a fan on it too. Or a propeller,
the only similar thing on this is like maybe the bottoms give me, what's it called? What's the Salmon Run vibes?
Right.
Like the pants the character's wearing there.
Oh, and who's this? Wait, who's this third character? Oh, that's one of them, right? That's a pilot. Wait, who is that?
That looks like the
pilot. The pilot is, we don't know.
We don't know the pilot. Yeah, it looks mysterious.
So the main character is the mechanic. We have Deep Cut, and then there's the unknown pilot and the robot.
So Rob in the chat thinks it's going to be open world too. Yeah, maybe you're onto something there, Nick. Maybe.
It would have been an interesting direction for Splatoon to take in, because obviously everything that they've done, even in single player, have been closed environments.
Yeah, kind of constrained, right?
Yes. I mean, the closest we've come is the island in the main campaign of Splatoon 3, and the way maybe you approach levels in Splatoon 3 DLC.
Right.
But it's never been, like, all the way, really.
Andre, if you go back to like 42 seconds in, where it's like a little bit sunnier out, and you see all the characters just hanging out like on the dock, I think it's a dock, right? Like, that's no way like a ship, or it's not going to move anywhere. Maybe that's like the hub area where you hang out.
Oh, this one.
So
like this area, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is that? I guess it is, isn't it? It's got like a crane on it too. What is that for? Like bigger? Like, what's that for?
The crane might be able to pick up the actual mech thing that we're looking at, and the mech might be the thing that can travel in the water, because the Inklings will die if they go in the water. So the mech thing might be what we're traveling from island to island.
If you go to the actual thread on X, they actually mentioned that place is the mechanic's base. So it's the main character's base, who isn't, by the way, in joining you on the ship. So it seems to be implied that the mechanic already lives there.
Okay.
Oh, so are we the mechanic, you're saying, Dom?
Or are we the pilot and we end up being the mechanic? That's the thing I'm wondering about.
Yeah. Oh, because, right, but the person we see running alongside the robot, who is that?
That's the person, the character, that's the main character, right? They are only known as the mechanic.
Okay, so that is the mechanic. Okay, got it. Right, okay.
Yeah.
And that could be the pilot, right? Or...
Could be.
Yeah.
It could be
they
both.
already lived there. We don't know.
Right. We are raiders now, so maybe we're raiding this mechanic. We just force them to help us out, Pikmin style.
Here's the artwork of the mechanic as well.
Where is it?
I put it in our chat.
Okay, thanks. Let's see if I can find.
Yeah.
I always say messing with Windows while I'm streaming. There it is. Okay, I'm looking at it. Yeah.
I love this artwork.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, what a mystery. Like, yeah, we have no idea how it actually works. Like, only the lightest of teases, right? Yeah, I still think this is so weird. Like, why? Like, I don't. The thing. I feel here's my stance on this. Right. I feel like they wouldn't have taken the time to make a teaser if there were a direct coming, because then they could have shown us in the direct. So that's what I'm thinking. I feel like this takes more resources than they needed to, when they could have just dropped the Splatoon 3 update by itself, and people have still been, happy to know that. So I think we're at least a month out from finding out more about this game. If not even longer. It's just so weird.
So wait, the thing I'm confused about, it says it's a spin-off. So like, do you need Splatoon 3 to play this thing, or is this
it's going to be it's going to be standalone. It's going to be fully standalone, I imagine.
Yeah.
Because it's a spin-off, so it's not tied to any games.
Do you think it's this year, Don?
Hmm?
Do you think it's coming out this year?
I mean, why would they announce it at this point in the year, right?
If it weren't, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's another game we know about now. Then that's another thing on top of what's a pretty packed year already.
I mean, it's what I said in a previous discussion, right? I felt like there was something missing, because we know the majority of the year, but it feels like there's something else being slotted in at some point.
Right.
And I feel like this is it. This is the sort of weird urge that I had early in the year.
Yeah. Well, I think you predicted the aura of it, at least. I don't know what do we think of this though? I just don't have enough information right now. Like, I feel I'm indifferent.
Yeah.
Like
it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is. Like I like that it exists, but I don't know anything about what we're doing here, so I don't know if I should be excited or not. Someone tell me, should I be excited for this?
I mean, it's one of their bigger franchises next to like these days, like Mario and Zelda and a few others. So it makes sense to have it. Actually, near the end of the year.
And that's actually a good point, too. Alma says, yes, this is what I wanted. What is it, Alma? Tell us! Tell us what it is, Alma! I need to know. But I think what this also indicates to me, tell me, maybe I'm wrong, I think this means that between this spin-off and the Splatoon 3 update, I don't think we're seeing Splatoon 4 for some time now.
Yeah, I agree.
Minimum year, maybe closer to 2 years.
I'm sort of okay with that. Like, if they want to do something else, because I felt like with the main plot of Splatoon, they really didn't have anywhere else really to go. They sort of ended it with the main campaign of 3. It can kind of felt it with the DLC of 3, where they had to take it in a completely different direction, but with it being more of a roguelike.
Yeah.
It makes sense that they're going in a completely different point of view with Splatoon and try to do something else with it. And it being exclusive to Switch 2 maybe points out that they have also completely different scope in mind.
I wonder, I do wonder if this one will have, like, elements of a roguelike too, though. Like, are the islands, do they change each time you visit? Maybe you can collect different gear, and, like, the goal is to get as much as you can within, by the end of the day or something,
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, definitely. Like, and what do you think we do at the home base? Did they say anything more about that, Dawn? Like, what we do at the boat? Like, do we upgrade it? Do we upgrade ourselves there? Like, what do we do there? Do we upgrade the robot thing?
It's extremely light on information. Like, I already looked on to say if there's a page on the Japanese website. There isn't.
Yeah.
The European Twitter account made one tweet about it, and this entire series of tweets is the only thing that the American Twitter account posted about it.
Oh.
So it's very light on information, like extremely light. It was the teaser, these 4 posts, and that's mostly it.
Do you think it's a full price game, like $70, maybe $80?
No, I don't think so.
So not 70.
I mean, it depends. Once again, it depends on the scope, right? I could be completely wrong.
Right,
this could be like a very huge game.
Yeah,
but the thing is, they haven't really told us that.
No, we don't know anything.
Yeah,
we know it has a lot of water and a hurricane, and the mechanic, and that's about it. So,
and a cool-looking base, but yes.
I mean, I will say, like, I like the look of everything. Like, it all looks really clean on Switch too, which is nice.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, it all looks good. So
it does.
And I don't think we've ever seen. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's also interesting that they announced a Splatoon 3 update, which has significant content like free weapons and the return of Virgin Underpass 2 days before it's supposed to come out.
That is, I know, that actually is
quick.
It's really weird. Yeah, why wasn't it announced as part of the, the free Switch updates, right? Like, why didn't they include that from the get-go? Because That's a big one, and it could have been there day one if it's coming out 2 days, right? So
Yeah, it is interesting that it just came sort of out of the blue. It's like, hey, in 2 days, have fun.
I do hope it's a sign of more updates to come. Maybe they'll just do like this kind of trickle of constant updates.
Yes.
Which I'm fine with. I mean, that'd be. I mean,
No.
yeah. I just want more. Like, give us more improvements and enhancements. Especially as you said earlier, Dawn. Like, Splatoon 3 was effectively, dead in terms of like new updates. And here we are, more updates, right? And
it got only like repeats of the seasonal Splatfest, the 4 per year, and that was mostly it for the last period.
And I can't, I'm not gonna lie. Urchin Underpass alone might bring me back to this game. I've not touched Splatoon 3 in a long time. Urchin Underpass, though, I'm there for that. That's freaking awesome. It's
one of the best stages. It's fantastic.
It's so good. It's so good. Honestly, there is something special about Splatoon 1's map design that they've not captured since. And so I would love if they brought back even more of those, beyond what we've seen. So
for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. Now bring back Salt Spray Rig. That was a great map. I don't care if it's asymmetric. Bring it back. So, man. Well, this is Dawn. I know you're a pretty big Splatoon player. How excited are you for everything that you've seen here?
For the Splatoon 3 update, because we haven't talked about it much, I am... So, since the Grand Festival and Side Order, I sort of haven't really touched Splatoon 3 all that much. I've been a few hours here and there, but not like on a consistent basis. I think 30 new weapons and a new map maybe bring me back for a while, especially because I want to see how it looks on Switch 2, because it does look sharper. But like the majority of the main content I already have unlocked, so I wonder how long I will stick around for it. That's sort of my gut feeling on it.
Yeah.
And then with Splatoon Raiders, I mean, I'm very cool. I think it's very cool. I like how it looks. I think it's pretty neat that it exists. It's also, once again, another story for Deep Cut, which only had, God forbid, one single story, which was the main campaign of from Splatoon 3. And even then, they were sort of the side act and not the main dish.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So the fact that they get their own spotlight now is pretty appreciated.
Yeah. That's true.
There's very little information in the grand scheme of things of how this is going to play like. They sort of give us teases of what it's going to play like, but we don't know the actual gameplay loop. Rather,
no, we don't. Right. Mr. M in the chat says people sleep on Nintendo graphics. This looks amazing. I mean, Nintendo always, in particular, they nail it with the water. Like the water looks so good here. How it just looks, it captures a tropical vibe. I mean, I'm actually getting Waverse vibes from this water right now, which is the best kind of thing. Like, I love, how you can see through it to the ocean floor. Like it just looks beautiful. And I am, the more I see this, the more I am thinking that Nick, you're right. That's like going to be open world style, where you can just drive this rig wherever you want, right? And I wonder, like, can you maybe use that crane, like Wind Waker style, to like grab things from the ocean floor as well? Perhaps, like, could you? I don't know. Can you salvage things that maybe other people left behind, or?
Yeah. Like I feel like this is always the problem with Nintendo's first trailers. It always feels like there's a hook missing sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah, we don't know really much of anything. Although, yeah, the second trailer usually like really blows out the water and tells us like, hey, here's what the game's actually about, right? So like 3D World. I mean, 3D World, I guess. I just remember the second trailer being really good. Even though the first trailer, like, we knew what to expect in the general sense. Second trailer was really good and just kind of showed the craziness of how it could be. So yeah, I'm excited to see more on this. And do you think it's truly single player only, or do you think there could be like a co-op mechanic as well, or co-op mechanic?
Co-op could be possible. I do think for the majority of the most part it will be more so a single player experience, which I think is fine.
Yeah.
Like most of their campaign stuff have always been single player, so I don't expect much else here in this sense. But
that's true.
I mean, co-op would be cool. I wouldn't mind that.
No, I mean, especially
with like,
yeah, go ahead.
Most of, if not all, the DLC for the previous games have been single player. And again, like we if you want to play multiplayer, we can always go back to Salmon Run or play just Splatfest or like any of the other modes with friends. But yeah, to do something that's not really competitive and separate from Salmon Run, I would love to have a multiplayer aspect. So
yeah, well, especially because the thing that's different about this compared to past DLC is that this isn't DLC. It's a standalone game.
No, it's not. Yeah.
Right, so it makes me wonder if they're aiming for like a broader scope with it than they are before. Maybe not. I don't know. But in any case, I mean, it's probably going to be longer, I would think, than even the DLC, given it's a standalone thing. Probably more involved,
yeah.
right? Yeah. Especially if they end up charging full price for this, which I'm hoping they don't. So...
I think that's why they put themselves
yeah.
in a pickle, right? Like, they couldn't put a Switch 2 edition, right? Because the Switch 2 edition of, like, Breath of the Wild didn't include the DLC, right? And if they had a Splatoon 3 Switch 2 edition, then they would have to include the expansion pack, which is $25, and then the Raiders, right? So, like, that would have been probably over, like, $100, right? And people would have gone insane about that. So,
Yeah.
I guess it's smart on their part that they're kind of keeping it separate.
No, for sure.
I think so, and it is smart to get Splatoon out there like as soon as possible. Like the messaging to me is, hey, Splatoon 4 is a ways away, but here's something to keep you guys busy, right? They want to keep Splatoon in the limelight, especially on their brand new platform. And
I do wonder if this is the main thing that particular team is working on, because
they're also Animal Crossing, aren't they?
Yeah, they also Animal Crossing. Yeah, if this is the main thing that they are going to do for the majority of the next few years, and I imagine it's not. But I think they're fully focused on this.
On Raiders, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it really depends on how big Raiders is. Like, if it ends up being a smaller scale thing, I would suspect that maybe it's not most of the main team working on it, and that they're actually working on another big project. But if it does end up being like an actual like nearly full price title, Dawn, then you might be right. Maybe this is it. But I feel like, I mean, my gut says like they have to be working on Splatoon 4 too, right? Like they know that's big, and I can't imagine that they're not planning it now. But then there's a complication of Animal Crossing as well, because that historically has been the same team. So how do they even handle it? I forget. How did it even work? Splatoon 3 came out after Animal Crossing, right? On Switch 1, I think.
That is right. Yeah.
Correct.
Do you think they'll do the same thing here then? Now that we have this and we have no updates for Animal Crossing as far as we know, do you think Animal Crossing could be the big game that they're working on?
I think Animal Crossing is next. I really think so. Especially with how long Animal Crossing, the last one, came out and how little support that game got.
Right.
Because they released that DLC, the Happy Home Designer like DLC, and then that was it. They were gone. So like right after that, my guess is they started working on the next game as soon as possible. So, and then that's the thing with Splatoon 3, right? The last DLC came out last year in February, and then this is coming out this year. I think this is enough to kind of hold us over till Splatoon 4.
Right. Yeah. I think you. I think that's it. I think that's the exact goal of this. You know. Yeah. It's like, hey, here's some Splatoon to keep you happy. Stay tuned 5 years from now when we make Splatoon 4.
If you asked me before this, I would have told you that Splatoon 4 was the next thing on the cards.
Right.
Because that has a decent cycle to make, and they can do it pretty consistently. The thing is now with Raiders, that entire spectrum of idea is sort of thrown out of the window.
Yeah. It does. It really does change. It might change things. We have no idea what the scope is yet. Like, if it ends up being like a truly fully featured single-player campaign, then yeah, maybe that will push or means that we're not getting anything else for a while. But yeah, this is the kind of thing I would expect it to have been DLC for Splatoon 4, right? Like the expansion for Splatoon 4. So yeah, really interesting. Like, odd of Nintendo to randomly drop this today. You know, days after the Switch 2 came out, and they're already hyping up new releases that we almost know nothing about. So.
But hey, I do think it is interesting that A, we got a new announcement directly after the Switch 2 launch, and B, we're getting a upgrade for an existing Switch 1 game, which also updates for Switch 2 in 2 days from now. It also means that there are maybe more updates coming.
Yeah.
Who knows, right? I think that is actually, the unpredictability of that is actually pretty exciking.
Yeah, especially when they're just dropping it in the Nintendo Today app. Like I stopped checking it after the Switch 2 came out. I'm like, yeah, why do I need to check this? I know everything right now. Then this thing, like you guys said, they posted it an hour before the YouTube post. Like, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what people are saying. Like, give me Pikmin and Xenoblade updates. Like, you would expect so. You would expect so. Like, if they are randomly willing to drop updates of existing games for Switch 2 updates, then you would expect them can happen at any moment at any given time when Nintendo decides to pull the trigger.
Right. Yeah, that's it. Lucas has an interesting comment. They say, sorry if this was already said, but the pilot is probably us before we get to the customization menu. That makes so much sense, because you can't see anything about the pilot. That's a great point. Yeah, that probably is it. So,
Yeah.
Clever. But yeah, I mean, the more I try to glean information from this, the more I'm getting slightly more excited for what it could be. But then that sets me up for disappointment too, potentially. Like, maybe it's nothing like I'm already envisioning, and maybe it's going to be something else entirely. But again, honestly, the thing I'm excited for the most right now is that Splatoon Raiders title. Like, that sounds cool, right? Splatoon Raiders, that sounds awesome. Like, so
Yes.
it's like we're Tomb Raiding, but Splatoon raiding. So I gotta know, what's it mean? What are we raiding? I guess these islands. So I'm excited.
So
though.
when do we think this is actually coming out?
I think I would guess within, I don't know. My gut's telling me it's gonna be kind of on the sooner end. I'm gonna say within 4 months. Within 4 months it'll be out.
It might be their supplemental title for November. Who knows?
Yeah,
Like,
maybe.
Splatoon is pretty popular. I wouldn't put it past them. Never put Splatoon in that kind of position before.
True, having it as be a big holiday title. Mr. M thinks it'll be early 2026. If it is 2026, it's like, why are you showing it off already?
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it feels early.
It does.
I mean, to be fair, we had randomly won a direct 1 week before the Switch 2 one, where they announced 2026
Yeah.
games for Switch 1.
Yeah.
So who knows really at this point in particular time.
That's true. You are right. So
Yeah, but that's the problem with Nintendo. They drop something and they say, we'll explain later. Bye.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. I love they would just end that way. Yeah, we'll explain later. Stay tuned. Yeah, Mark. Yeah, Mark. I agree. I agree with you that I think this probably means there won't be a direct anytime soon. But you know, as Don was also saying with Nintendo, you never fully know at all. But yeah, we'll see. So
I mean, let's be fair here. I don't think that the Nintendo Today app is working out as they have hoped.
yeah, I don't think so either. I haven't looked at the download rate too recently since my video, but it wasn't like amazing at the time I made my Nintendo made a dumb mistake video. And yeah, I mean, it's even today, right? Posting this an hour early on the app. Most people in the U.S. at least were still a lot of people were still asleep here.
Yeah.
You know, like that's 6 a.m. Seattle time, or no, it would have been 5 a.m. Seattle time. So it's like that they got no benefit from it being in the app early. You know, so
No.
yeah, it's strange. I don't get it. But all right, any other comments here that bring up any good points or anything else? Any other final thoughts, Don and Nick?
I'm excited to play Splatoon 3 again. Like, the DLC for 3 was one of my favorite DLCs for Nintendo ever, like the side order. I had a blast with that. But yeah, it's something you can play over and over again. Like, it was just continuous like replayability. So I'm excited to play that. I'm excited to play multiplayer again. I've actually never played the single player for Splatoon 3. So I think like me getting back into it this week, I should actually try out the single player for 3 because I did play it in 2. How was it?
It's
Don?
pretty decent. I really
Yeah.
loved it. The single player campaign is like the best parts of Splatoon 2's DLC, but also more of a casual level, so it's not too overly punishing for you.
And I enjoyed Octo Expansion on 2 because that was part of like NSO, and I never bought it. So I was like, oh, let me play this before 3 comes out, and then this is what I should do before I guess the Raiders comes out. Just play the single player for 3.
All right. Yeah, we'll give it a good excuse then for you. So, and also Urchin Underpass. Can't stress
Yeah.
that enough. That's back. I'm excited for that one.
For me, it's mostly the 30 weapons. I'm going to play around with a few of those and see what sticks.
Right. Good point. Rory Mack also brings up a point about the Nintendo Today app. They say it didn't help being in the app early as it wasn't when the usual game news comes out. So I didn't even realize this happened. Exactly. Nothing makes sense. They train people to check at 10 a.m. my time for updates. And now they release a random update. And also, they finally got the Zelda news on there, too, by the way. I think like the Zelda movie delay, 12 hours after it was revealed elsewhere, you know? So
There's just no consistency
There isn't.
whatsoever. It doesn't make sense.
it doesn't make sense.
What really confuses me is that sometimes NCL's Twitter account tweet is in English, for example, if it's like a statement from Miyamoto.
Right.
But otherwise, just strictly keep it to Japanese.
Yeah. Nintendo works in mysterious ways, so... Hey, do you think we can fly the helicopter eventually, or just a boat? I want to fly the helicopter.
No, I think we're gonna lose our license because we crashed it. So they're not gonna let us fly.
That's a good point. They fly right into a hurricane. Like, what? This guy, this is not the smartest pilot, okay? Like, maybe we should avoid a giant, circling windstorm. No, let's just fly right into that thing. I'm really excited for it, upgrading this robot. I'm sure you can upgrade that thing. That's what I want to know. Is what
Oh,
can you
no,
do with
100%.
Hey,
it?
Andre, go back. I love how it walks. Like, look
Yeah.
at its legs.
Isn't that
like, It
great?
moves, like, super fast.
That's a good. Yeah, it's hilarious. It's a very cute walking animation. Like you already know it's gonna have some kind of like cute voice and mannerisms, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for it. So. Yeah.
I don't know why I get like Dragon Ball vibes from it. Like yeah, like the capsule core or whatever like Bulma like makes or whatever she travels in. Like I get
I can
that
see
kind of
that.
vibe.
Yeah, you're right. Good one. Yeah, I will say it looks like from what little we've seen, visually it looks really good. Like you can tell it's a step beyond what Splatoon 3 was able to do. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to finding out more about this now. Still don't know if I'm excited for the game itself yet. I hope I will be once that we know anything more about it.
Just that second trailer. That's all it is about. Always the
Exactly.
cycle. Just wait until the second trailer hits.
Yep.
Is it possible like we see the area like where the I guess the hub area where we think is and it's bright and sunny and then when you play as like the raider and you're on the beach it's super cloudy. Is it possible that when we go to those areas and we clean it up like we raid whatever it becomes sunny? Like that's how we know like we've done a better job or we cleared the area. Because yeah, you can see here that it's very cloudy and kind of dark and dusty.
Right.
But like yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, maybe that it's like a Mario Sunshine type thing almost.
Yeah.
I also with the character's name being the mechanic, do you also fix up some stuff on that base?
That's a good one. Yeah, possibly. Like, do you think we could upgrade the rig? Like that.
I mean, if you're known as the mechanic, that seems sort of obvious.
Yeah, it kind of does, right? So
yeah.
Can they fix
I'm
the
just
helicopter?
I'm looking at the back of the mechanic, and I was hoping that those would be like little like jets where you can shoot the ink out of, kind of like Flood in Mario Sunshine. Like there's one on the right and left. That would be so cool.
That would be actually. I mean, she does have like a lot of tools on her. It looks like, right? So
yeah.
What can she do with them?
The tank even on her back does look a lot bigger than like the traditional like package or ink container for the Inklings.
That's a good one. Yeah, it's wider. It's like one of those big super soakers, you know? Oh man. Yeah. Well, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued at least. Do you think it's I'm getting like Lost vibes from this part. The helicopter crash on an island, you know, mysterious smoke or clouds in the background.
There is no escape.
Yeah, no, there isn't. And actually, yeah, you're right, Nick. Like looking at this now, like they're clearly in like the cloudy area too. So, but I wonder, like, so how would that even work though? Like logically within the game, like you clear an island and like does like a hole in the sky above form, like that the sun shines through, or
yeah, I don't know how logically it would work. Maybe there's a bunch of different islands and they have this kind of beam like going down.
Oh,
and,
I didn't think about that.
Like,
right.
Yeah, and maybe that's like kind of like then we have to go to like the center point of that beam and I guess clear the stuff around it, and then like maybe there's like a boss or something we fight like in that specific beam and then it disappears.
Yeah, that could be. And also looking at this image, by the way, like if we assume, I don't know for sure or not, but like that those hills in the background, and those are connected to this island, like that's like just like a pretty big scope, even on just an island basis. You know, like these are big environments potentially.
Yeah,
like much bigger than we've really seen before. And that's not even to mention like the possible open world aspect of you going between islands. So yeah, this could be a really big scale adventure. I honestly, like, the more I think about it, the more I think this might be the game I need. Like, I think I've been wanting like a really focused single player experience, and the Splatoon single player campaigns, like, they were fun, but never quite like resonated with me. And this might be it though. Maybe, I don't know. It's too early to say, but I'm liking it. So, all right, final thoughts for real now. This time, go.
Don.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Once again, for me, it's sort of wait and see approach. I really like what I've seen so far, but it feels like there are some key elements missing.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of waiting once again for that second trailer to hit.
Right. Nick?
Yeah, I'm excited. I wish we saw a little bit more because honestly, we have no idea what the game's gonna be like. Like,
No.
I say it as a joke, but it could just be the card game. Like, there's no way it's gonna be like that in expansion or more of the card game from Splatoon 3. Like, we did see a little bit of gameplay, but like, I wish that we got a little bit more to kind of know or give us an idea of what we're doing. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I hope it's not going to be too insanely priced. Like, I hope it's not going to hit 70 or 80, which it is possible. I mean, it is a spin-off, so you would think it'd be like on probably the lower end, but Nintendo can throw out whatever and people will probably end up buying it. So
that's true. Rory Mac says could this be like Bowser's Fury, just going between lots of islands with different types of challenges? Yeah, that could be. Like maybe
Could be.
every game's going the Bowser's Fury approach. Like even Donkey Kong Bonanza seems like those levels could be on a similar scale to a degree. Someone else said AP says mouse mode. They didn't mention any mouse mode in this, right? For
Oh.
Splatoon
No.
3.
No.
Yeah, so I wonder if the spin-off could have that. But yeah, it is interesting to think that they didn't mention anything about for Splatoon 3.
Yeah.
I guess because you know why probably? It could I mean I guess it would still be a
You're
problem
still playing with people on Splatoon 1. So
yeah, that's what I was
or
thinking.
on Switch 1, so
could be
yeah,
unfair,
they probably want to
yeah.
keep it even.
Right. Whereas at least on Splatoon 4, you have the option to use the mouse. Because you'd all be on the same platform, I assume.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Huh. Alright, well, I did not expect to wake up this morning to a new Switch 2 game, being announced. What, like literally not even a week after Switch 2
Yeah.
launch. That's crazy. So, alright. Well, cool. That's fun. And we got Splatoon 3 update happening in 2 days. So, Dawn, are you excited to revisit it?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
All
pretty
right.
much.
And I know you are, Nick, right? So,
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be playing it on Thursday.
all right. We'll be streaming it for sure, chat, or at least one of us will be. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with us as we took a look at this random Splatoon game, Splatoon Raiders. I hope it lives up to its name. That's a good name. So, all right, everyone. With that, thanks for watching. We'll hope you have a good rest of your day, and we'll catch you later. Bye, everyone.